Let's continue. Okay. As part of Master Snowflake Data Engineering, let's continue Master Snowflake. In this Master Snowflake, let's start discussing virtual warehouse in Snowflake. What is virtual Snowflake and what are key characteristics of virtual warehouse? Let me add important point to it. In Snowflake, in Snowflake, while creating Snowflake account, we can choose a backend cloud. Let's say I choose an AWS as backend cloud for my Snowflake. Then here one is storage, and other one is processing. Other one is processing. A Snowflake divides storage separately and processing separately. Okay. Storage purpose, we use AWS S3, AWS S3. Processing purpose, Snowflake uses, Snowflake uses AWS EC2, AWS EC2 service, AWS EC2 service. Processing purpose, AWS Snowflake uses AWS EC2 service. This processing unit, this processing is generic term, but in Snowflake, we call it as a virtual warehouse. A virtual warehouse in a Snowflake is a key compute service. Key compute service. Whatever SQL queries we send to Snowflake is going to process by virtual warehouse. Virtual warehouse is responsible to process your queries. It is a compute service or compute resource. So that performs various operations such as querying, loading the data, and other data manipulation tasks. Whatever SQL queries you submitted to Snowflake is going to process by your virtual warehouse. Okay. Now let's understand key characteristics of this virtual warehouse. Key characteristics of virtual warehouse. First one, this one is a compute layer. This one is a compute layer. Virtual warehouse is a compute layer. It is compute layer. If you choose AWS, this is EC2. EC2. If you choose Azure, this one is Azure VM service. If you choose Google Cloud, this one is a Google Cloud Engine service. Google Cloud Engine service. Depends upon the cloud, it is going to use corresponding compute service. Okay. If it is AWS Cloud, EC2 is your virtual warehouse. If it is Azure, Azure VM service is your virtual warehouse. If it is Google Cloud, Google Cloud Engine is a virtual warehouse in Snowflake. Okay. Next one. Independent of storage means it is nowhere related to storage. Storage is separate. Storage layer is separate. If it is AWS S3, If it is Azure, Blob. If it is GCP, then Google Cloud Storage. Google Cloud Storage. So uh, VM service is independent of storage. In traditional architecture, worker node contains storage, worker node contains processing. But in Snowflake data warehouse, storage is separate service, processing is separate service. Storage is separate service and processing is separate service. Yeah. Next one. This virtual warehouse is a scalable. So this virtual warehouse we can create with cluster one, warehouse one you can create with two resources, warehouse two you can create four. Like this you can create multiple resources, 128 resources. Like this you can create multiple resources, 256. Like this, you can create a virtual warehouse with multiple resources. You can create multiple virtual warehouses. Second point, auto suspend and auto resume. You can create any number of virtual warehouses. Then you can set auto suspend by default. Then Snowflake people will not charge for your created virtual warehouses. Let's say I used this warehouse, I used this warehouse, I used this warehouse. Whatever warehouses you use, they charge only for that warehouses. How many resources are utilized? How much time taken to process your SQL query? Based on that, Snowflake people going to generate a billing. Let's say I created 20 virtual warehouses with different sizes. Then Snowflake people immediately will not charge because all virtual warehouses are auto suspended. You no need to pay single rupee unless you use virtual warehouse for processing. If you use processing, then Snowflake people find how many resources are used, how much time taken to process that query. Based on that, they are going to calculate billing. Okay, next one. Next one. Multi-cluster. Just now I said we can create virtual warehouse one with two resources, two with four resources. Like that, you can create multiple clusters, multi-cluster warehouses. What is the advantage of this one? I got 1 GB data to process 1 GB data. This is more than enough. I got 10 GB data. This is not sufficient. Then I can go with this warehouse. I got 1 TB data. I can go with this warehouse. For all, instead of using smaller cluster or larger cluster, depends upon your data size, you can choose a right virtual warehouse to improve performance of your queries. Next one, billing. Billing depends upon the users. Even though if you create multiple clusters, Snowflake people will not charge based on a warehouse you used, how many resources are used, how much time taken. Based on that, they calculate credits, not in dollar. Virtual warehouse billing, they calculate in credits. Later, credits are converted to dollars. Okay. Yeah. So clear writing, what is virtual warehouse and key characteristics of virtual warehouse.